Catherine Zeta-Jones.
She deeps beneath lasers. Oh,
I am the center.
Welcome to the Fantasy Wizards podcast. And we're talking about football. This podcast is sponsored by Boosh Mobile, the best phone carrier around. I love entrapment and capitalism and
Sean Connery.
and Sean Connery and flour tortillas.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
She deeps beneath lasers. Oh, we were not in sync with that melody there. Shout out to all the Workaholics fans in the audience.
Gotta be fresh.
You gotta be fresh.
Like Wendy's.
Doc boys. All right, we're talking about matchups and stuff. We're gonna do better this week than we did last week, for sure.
We pretty much hit everybody on our Monday night preview. Like, I called that Terry McLaurin.
We hit everybody.
Yeah.
Like Chris Brown.
Everything that, yeah. Abuse.
Yeah, no,
It's a good
you were
joke.
right, dude. I went to a concert. I didn't pay attention to the Monday night games, but walking by the TV screens in downtown Indy,
Oh, yeah.
and I saw the Commanders, beat the Bengals. And
Scary Terry went off, man.
yeah, 20 points. I was so happy. Yeah, what do we call, like, Terry McLaurin doing well, the Jaguars blowing,
Oh,
Buffalo
yeah.
defense doing well.
Yeah, we called it all.
I don't think we called Joe Burrow doing super well. I mean, he fucking
You did
killed
mention
it.
something about Jamar Chase maybe underperforming.
Yeah.
And he did really well.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can't
No.
get it all right.
Yeah, all the offensive.
I did say it
pieces
would
did
be a
well.
shootout though, that game. So
I mean, did ETN do badly?
yeah, he was not good.
No. So
It's all good. We can move on to matchups.
too bad the rest of the week wasn't.
We'll try to get it 100% right.
Mhm.
I've been reading the Biff Tannen's his sports almanac that he stole.
Oh, yeah.
And I've
2000s.
been reading it, but I didn't bring it this podcast. So
That covered all of the 2000s, right? Or like the 21st century.
I think we've passed it though.
It's over.
Yeah, can no
Well,
longer use that almanac
No, I
to
think
gamble on sports.
I think it went all the way through 2099. I think.
But they
Didn't
went to
it?
2015, so
Yeah, but the almanac like predicted up until the book. Inside the book, it was up until 2099. It was 100 years. I remember that.
But they were in
I don't know when it came.
2015. So how can it predict the future? How can that book
Oh,
predict the
when it
future
was
from
written?
2015 to 2099?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm a dummy.
It was a good reference.
Yeah, right. But was it written in 2015? Was it written any further in the future? No.
So wait,
They didn't do any stuff any further in the future. Maybe there's some like.
we need to do a YouTube short about sports gambling in this sports almanac. Because what if Biff went further into the future and sold
Mhm.
a different almanac
Mhm.
that went back to 2015?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. Yeah. Man.
They need
all
to
kinds of-
reboot that Back to the Future 4.
Where they're just further in the future.
Yeah. And
Or
then,
in Back to the Future 5, they're further in the past.
yeah.
Like, Jesus on the cross.
Tom Holland can be like McFly's, grandson, and he's in that wheelchair shaking. He's like, Doc Brown's just like a brain in a tub of boiling water that's like bubbling.
They go back to like Roman times, and they think they're like they crucify him for being like weirdos, and Marty McFly's up there shaking on the cross.
And they stop 9/11. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
There we go. All right. That's our filler for the podcast. We wasted 11 minutes of your time, everybody. Damn it, I can't handle Landy and his dumbass text. Guys, listen to that ASMR, me eating the torts.
We need to hit a drop.
I'm trying. That's what I was doing in my brain. I was like,
I just heard all these things we've been talking about, and like my brain's like, where's all these drops? Dude. I need some saxophone in my life.
Rump. All right, the first matchup we're talking about is
Dallas at the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants are 6-point underdogs. Over/under is 45.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited for this Thursday night matchup?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Not really, because I don't have any players in it. But I don't know. I'm kind of excited actually to see the Giants on offense. And you got Jeptha coming up?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, man.
How could you tell?
Oh, man.
It was hitting me, but I
We had like
also
a
have
half-hour post punishment shot.
I also have Daniel Jones in this game, so I'm excited to see. He's my QB2. I'm hoping he continues throwing to neighbors like a good neighbor.
Mm-hmm. Jeptha Creed is there in your stomach.
Yep.
I want to see, if the Giants' offense, which has been pretty good, actually is like for real.
Yeah.
And Singletary, if he's for real, and I want to see if the Dallas defense being bad is for real.
Yeah.
Like the run defense. especially. But
That's why this over-under is kind of high. I mean, it's not going to be like a super shootout in my opinion, but all the fantasy guys that are relevant should hit pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
My only question is about Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, is he going to take over? Is he going to take over more?
It's trending that way.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke's looking a little sus, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Ezekiel Elliott. I can't think of a famous Elliott.
Elliott Smith.
Ezekiel Elliott Smith. Elliott Smith? That's the one you grab out of any famous Elliots? Elliott Smith?
Elliott Caldwell.
Who's that?
My-
your nephew. Sorry, Jeff. Jeff not listening.
He's famous to me.
I don't. I have an excuse. I haven't met him yet.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's the only one that came to mind. Why is that so bad?
He's got bad knees, just like his daddy. I don't know. It's not so bad. Elliott Smith. It's
On
just
the fly?
depressing.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's part of life.
What about actor? What if
People kill themselves all the time.
part of life and death? All right. Instead of talking about that, let's eat another tortilla here. And how about? Dude, I'm speeding this one up like Mario again.
We could just talk about like 6 matchups and then drag
Yeah.
it.
I don't know. Maybe one of people do want to listen to us when we're sped up because that podcast got like the most views we ever had.
Oh yeah.
And also a comment from our first comment ever.
Oh, white people.
No, yeah, it was black. I love black people playing football. The podcast.
I liked it better when you're like white black. That was basically what
White
it said.
black. White black. Jesus Parkinson's. That's what we got here.
Shout out to my dad
Shout out to what is in the Hood Classic?
and Brett Favre.
Brett Favre has Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Oh, this is perfect. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
He just like admitted it in front of Congress because he's got like I don't know why he's
Dude.
there.
He needs to play in
Something to do with the NFL or his
because he's famous.
fraud.
Of course, he's in the government.
Well, he's he did all that fraud stuff, defrauding the government of Mississippi for.
Did he?
Yeah.
Dude,
You don't
I
know
don't
all
know.
these things about Brett Favre? This happened like years ago. He sued like Pat McAfee about what Pat McAfee was alleging he did.
No, I don't. Yeah, I guess keep track of enough of this stuff, but
He took funds from Mississippi's welfare and used it for a university that his daughter went to build a stadium or something.
how did you get access to those funds?
Misappropriated the funds. I don't know. Grants. I don't know.
Grants. Emily Grants.
Took the welfare money and rest is
Sorry,
history.
Jeff.
Don't sue us, Brett Favre.
Or do so we get famous.
Your lawsuit will be shaky at best.
Wait, so is this? Oh man, wait. So is this instant karma? This is like not even some past life karma or future life karma. This is current life karma.
Yeah, probably.
Coming back to get him.
Maybe.
No, he needs to play in a senior league as a QB. Lame duck.
It'll be like those passes Peyton was throwing at the end of his career. Wobbly.
It'll be like that. Every Will Levis pass. Yeah. So who do you like in this game? I
mean,
we just wait and stop talking about the game
I
for
don't
like
think
6 minutes.
I don't think Dallas defense is something you can trust right now, especially
No.
with this over under. And I mean,
So
Fergalicious,
yeah.
is he startable?
Oh, given the tight end landscape, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
almost he was the second highest scoring player on my team last week.
Yeah.
Tells you what my team did. But he scored 15 points PPR last week. Now, given the tight end landscape, like you just stick with your guys, or like
Yeah.
I don't know. You could literally start anyone in tight end as long as they're a first stringer. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Until
If you got Brock
number one,
Powers, you got a little leg up, I guess. But no one's like separating themselves.
Dallas Goedert, number one tight
That's-
end
I
on the
don't
year
know.
right now.
He'll probably score 2 points this week. Like that's just I don't know. You just got to pick and choose and pick them right.
Yep. Tight end
Just like
landscaping.
everything
That's what's I'm
Yeah.
gonna name my landscaping company. Tight end landscaping.
You need to get hired by all the gay guys in Indianapolis.
Hell yeah.
Tight end landscaping. Ooh.
But that's about it in this. I mean, you're just gonna start the regular guys, and
So Rico versus Zeke, are you starting them?
if you have Rico on your bench, keep him there. But you're hoping to see some improvement to where he's startable.
Yeah.
Maybe flex worthy. Deeper leagues definitely flex worthy.
Okay. And Brent Cooks?
No,
Not enough volume.
too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks. And Wandale?
No.
Just Malik over there.
Yeah, it's
Man.
just, I missed out on him.
If there's
I
one
should've
player,
grabbed him.
God, I wish he was on my team. I was going to package a trade for Jeff before he really blew
He's
up,
not
but
getting rid of him.
I know it wasn't going to work.
Nobody's trading shit. I gave up on trading in this league. Nobody.
No one is. Austin didn't even like reject my trade. He just like let it sit, which
No.
is like
Yeah.
even more insulting than just rejecting it. You know, just like come on.
Yeah, you couldn't even like.
I only try to trade with Brian or Evan. That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah, I should have taken Brian's trade, but I knew that what he sent me, it wasn't a good matchup, and I don't particularly want Devontae Adams because I feel like he might actually sit out at some point this season refused game checks because he wants to get traded to the Jets.
Hmm.
So I can't take 0 points from a star wide receiver and trade away my only wide receiver that's good. You know.
Who was that?
He wanted Amon-Ra.
Oh, yeah, no. He was trying to buy low on Amon-Ra. Yeah. I was going to trade. I almost had a trade with Evan, J.K. Dobbins for Cooper Kupp. I would have. Not Cooper Kupp, but J.K. Dobbins for Puka Nacua. So I was going to do that and have Puka on my IR slot for a while, but then Pacheco went down, so I lost running back depth, and then Puka Nacua news came out that he's going to be on the IR for much longer, so I was like, nah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
But it would have been one I would have done, yeah. I would have done it if those two things did not happen.
Yeah. It's about time you need to trade JK because he's
fallen off. Yeah, but I can't get anything for him anymore because he didn't do well last week.
Yeah.
So his value's already like...
Yeah, and he's got another tough matchup this week, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just hoping he bounces back and he'll just be like depth for me, I guess, if I need to start. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, no trading in our league because we all just... Like Mike, try to trade with Mike. Mike can't even handle Fab.
Yeah, I mean...
Mike's just going to listen to if he does listen to this, he'll just get pissed and send me another...
Yeah.
Man, at least I didn't pick up Derek Carr for 12 Fab and start him this week. It's like, just wants to throw shade.
Okay, on to the next one.
On to the next one. I'm not even just do a regular drive. I'll just do that. All right. Next.
Pittsburgh Steelers at the Indianapolis Colts.
Uh-huh.
Over-under is 40. I say it goes under. Colts are underdogs at home, 1.5 points. How do you feel about all these fantasy options? It's kind of tough with this matchup. Most of these guys are fringe anyways, so I guess Najee is about the only one you're going to start week to week. How do you feel about Justin Fields and Anthony Richardson?
I feel pretty good about Justin Fields facing the Indianapolis defense. He's been improving every week. Like hand over fist. I was thinking of trying to think of like a metaphor or something, an analogy or whatever. Hand over fist. That's not the right. Hand over hand. I don't know. My brain is like fucked. Yeah, and Anthony Richardson. You never know what you're gonna get. You just roll the dice and throw him out there. I mean, Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh, I'm not. My hopes aren't high.
Yeah.
But you never know.
If I was an Anthony Richardson owner, I would be trading him for literally anything, like Sam Darnold, anything right now, because I really don't think his true colors are going to start showing the rest of the season. They might even bench him for Flacco if things start going poorly. I mean, I know they won that game, but they didn't win it. They won it in spite of Anthony Richardson against
Why would they bench him for Flacco? I mean,
the Bears.
He's the Bears. He's like the future, and they drafted him to be the future, and I feel like franchises don't ditch their guy unless he absolutely torches your team game after game after game like Bryce Young. But it takes a lot to get to the Bryce Young point. Like Will Levis is out there still starting, and he's been way worse than Anthony Richardson.
I guess you're right. I mean, I'm thinking too abruptly about the future, and
I mean he would have to be terrible.
Yes, but
he's shown flashes, so that's
yeah. I just know that if you put Joe Flacco in there, we're probably going 10-9 again this season or whatever. How many games? That's way too many games. 17 games. So 9-8.
10-9, bro. You get extra games in there for Joe.
But with Anthony Richardson, I think we're gonna go 6-11 or whatever it is. I got to think about adding.
Colts fans are tired of the Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan experience.
Yeah,
tired of it.
I guess we just got too spoiled with Andrew Luck and Peyton Manning. But anyways, back to the fantasy options. How do you feel about Jalen Warren? Obviously, you're starting Najee Harris. Is he even on a roster?
Jalen?
Yeah.
No. He got injured a little bit, and he's been bad.
Yeah.
So
I think if somebody drops him, he's worth a pickup. But, I mean, yeah, you're just waiting to see. He's a good player. Obviously, you knew that from last season. How do you feel about
it's disappointing.
Mr. George Pickens and the Austin guy? What's his name? Calvin Austin III?
Lord Calvin Austin Eckler. I'm bad at thinking of names. I'm just making me I'm imagining someone listening to this podcast and laughing.
Well, with this tight end landscape, you're starting Brian Youth.
Yeah. No, you're not starting Calvin Austin. Nope. You're not. He's fool's gold.
But you're starting George Pickens.
I would. I don't mind him as a start.
Flexworthy.
I
like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think he's going to have a breakout game at some point, like a big points game for sure.
Yeah,
he's too good not to.
Yeah, I mean, he had a 30-point one last season, I think.
He's going to do what Terry McLaurin did and blow up at some point. Then he might go back. Yeah, I think he's very matchup based, streamable, flex. What do you call that? Matchup based flex.
So how do you feel about the Colts end? I mean,
touch my knobs, you dirty slut.
Is it just
those are my knobs. Don't slob on them.
Is it just Jonathan Taylor and nobody else?
3-6 Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
3-6 Mafia. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor and poor Pittman. He's been reduced to rubble. And that's it. That's really it. That's crazy, man. Anthony Richards and Jonathan Taylor. That's it. Never thought about it like that.
Yeah. Not even
Poor Colts. That probably doesn't bode well for the Colts' playoff chances if they don't really have any fantasy starters. And yep, you hit it all. And defenses, Pittsburgh defense looking pretty good.
great matchup. Good over under. Yep.
Okay, let's head on to something else.
It's the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. The over under is 43.5. Get him.
Got him.
Nice. The Packers are favored by 2.5. So at home. So Malik Willis is probably starting again.
In your lineup?
I don't know.
You think he's streamable at this point?
He might be. LaFleur is a genius. If he can get Malik Willis to look good, he can make anybody look good.
I'm telling you guys, I think like when bad players change teams, people can turn it around. Like,
Yeah.
he was terrible on Tennessee. He was a backup.
There's something to say about system and your surroundings, definitely.
I think Bryce could turn it around if Baker Mayfield turned it around and Sam Darnold maybe.
Yeah.
So I think, there's a lot to say for a system. It's a bit of both, but I wouldn't stream Malik Willis. This is not the game to do it.
No, not against the Vikings.
No.
Over under is not that great. So how do you feel?
Mr. Jones and me.
Yeah, Mr. Jones. How about Mr. Jones?
He's looking at you. No, he's looking at me. Staring into the bright lights.
What about his great guitar?
I just realized I can't understand any of Adam Dirtz's lyrics. Some of them.
The song is
Holy.
Mr. Jones is Adam Dirt's penis. You know this, right?
Oh. Where he's just like sitting home lonely. It's just Mr. Jones and me.
Yep.
No, it's not.
The song is about his penis.
Well, we'll look that up later. We'll fact check that.
Yeah.
Jamie, check that.
Yeah, Jamie.
Wait.
Live update. Thanks, Joe. So Sam Darnold's in, Aaron Jones is in, Justin Jefferson's in. What about Naylor? Are you gonna nail her?
Dude, look how you're keeping this on track, and I'm like, Mr. Jones and me. Naylor.
Are you gonna nail her? Or no?
Well, yeah, but who is she?
She's the.
Is she a brown girl?
Yeah, she's a brown girl.
Is she a brown-eyed girl? Or just a brown
girl? Brown-eyed girl. But I would wait. Addison should be back this week, but I wouldn't start Addison coming back from an injury.
No, who's Naylor?
I don't know. Jay Naylor.
Josh Naylor?
J. Which is.
Is it Josh Naylor?
Means the J is a name. It starts with a J, and last name Naylor. Got a touchdown last week. That's not her.
Canadian baseball first baseman. I knew. That's why I knew Josh Naylor. Man, you got me distracted.
Anywho, Hawkinson, he's still on IR, so they're back.
So he's in your lineup.
Who is their backup tight end?
Wait, did I say Aaron Jones? Oh, that's funny because I was thinking of the Packers. I was thinking of the Packers when I said it.
He's on the Vikings.
I know.
You're pulling my strings. Thanks.
Yank your chain.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that Mr. Jones. And oh man, yeah. But what about
You're starting the Vikings defense in this matchup.
Yeah, you are.
With Malik Willis
Yeah, you are.
as the backup quarterback.
Uh-huh.
He's done well, but I think that with the way the Vikings are playing, they're the number one fantasy defense right now. You just got to roll with them, especially with this over-under. So, what about Jaden Reed? How do you feel about him? He's been fantasy viable.
Yeah.
Not in PPR, or only in PPR, basically, but not that great in PPR. But, I mean, he's going to get you 10 points. That's what he's basically averaging. Is he going to be in your flex spot?
in a 12-team league, yeah. I don't know. You could do worse. Against the Vikings, though, I kind of want to sit all the Packers receivers. Certainly all the other ones.
But you're starting Josh Jacobs because he's
the
most
he's the guy.
fantasy safe in this matchup.
Yeah. And
I feel
Casey's brother, I don't know.
I feel like you can start the Packers defense if you're like in a super deep league with this over-under. Sam Darnold, yes, he's been great this season. Yes, he's my fantasy quarterback. But
Is he going to come down to earth at some point like Derek Carr?
He has to. He does have to. I'm going to put this out in the universe. It's going to fuck me over, but he might not have a good game this week as well. So,
yeah, could be this game. Maybe not. I think there's better defensive starts out there, but I'll let it slide. All right. Well, let's talk about something else before I start talking about something else.
Denver Broncos at the New York Giants. The over-under is 39.5. The Jets are favored by 7.5 points. So, this is the true question, Tim. If teams that are underdogs by more than 5.5 points this season have been 14-3 against the spread this season, do you put your money on the Denver Broncos?
Who are the three? Like the Panthers last week, or?
Yeah, it's basically been the Panthers each week.
No, I'm not going to put my money on the Broncos. I think Bo Nix is going to get Bo Dixed by Sauce Gardner and everyone on the defense.
Okay.
And I mean, he showed a lot of promise last week, but
I think Sean Payton is going to give you one of these, and he's going to give you one of those, and he's going to eke out the win.
They are playing in New York, so
I can almost guarantee Bo Nix is going to run the ball in this week for a touchdown.
Okay, tall boy bet.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Buccaneers defense bet and Bo Nix touchdown bet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you might win that one. I don't know, but yeah, but Denver doesn't have a running game at all. Do they have a passing game either?
I don't know. I think Jaleel McLaughlin, he when he went in from like the 3-yard line, how he juked that dude on the Bucks and got in like to win the game, man, that was a sick play.
Okay.
I think Jaleel McLaughlin, he's going to do all right. It is the passing options. I mean, any Denver wide receiver, any Denver tight end, you're not going to start them. You weren't anyways, but
Didn't get him. Yeah, I just had a good team name, Barry McLaughliner. Although, how do you spell that? I don't even know how to spell his name, really. Barry McLaughliner.
You got to spell it Barrie. Barry.
Why is his dad's name Barry McLaughlin or something? Jaleel's?
No.
Barry McLaughliner. Yeah, the Cortland Sutton.
No, that's what I just was saying.
No.
All these wide receivers and passing options.
There's really no one you're starting on Denver, right?
I think you could start Jaleel McLaughlin if you wanted to.
Is it McLaughlin or McLaughlin?
McLaughlin.
Okay. Yeah.
But there's no F in his
And
name.
his dad Barry. It's GH. That makes the F sound, right? Barry McLaughliner. It's like I got a 6-inch cloth.
McGlock. I got a 6-inch McGlock, and I'm going to put it in there. McGlockiner. So, obviously, Aaron Rodgers, he's been on a heater. With his over-under, do you trust starting him, though?
Do you trust? I don't trust like that. Yeah, I trust actually like that.
And
I think he's like Sam Darnold. He like startable.
Yeah. So then it's just Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson, and I guess Conklin is worth it. I mean, he's so high in snap count. He's always on the field.
He's so high above me. Man, I'm gonna download Jeptha Creed still in there, dude. Oh man,
that was bad. That was a bad.
Getting the nasty. Now I feel bad, honestly. That
Still
don't
coming up sometimes.
do this shit.
But seriously, I say but seriously too much in this podcast. You should do like a remix of all the
Well,
podcasts.
you're the
where I
one
say
keeping it
but
on
seriously.
track. I'm brain dead right now. Like anybody listening is like, this guy needs to get some help for brain damage, probably.
And then Jets D, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, Conk, I'd start him.
Yeah.
See, I come back. I'll bring it back.
At Tight End Landscaping LLC, you definitely can conk it.
He definitely can McLaughlin. Barry McLaughliner.
On to the next one.
To the next one.
This is gonna be our last one. We only got 5 matchups, man. That was terrible.
Well, it's 40 minutes.
Oh, we can do more then. Sorry.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going longer because we're having too much fun.
I know.
LA Rams at the Chicago Bears.
Tight end LLC.
Over under is 41.
That's low.
Yeah. The Bears are favored by 3, surprisingly, coming off LA Rams beating the 49ers.
Still favored them.
You know, that's kind of odd, but
I think people still don't believe in the Rams because of all the injuries. Just fair.
yeah, they got injuries on the O-line too. I mean, the Bears defense isn't like crazy amazing, but
They're startable.
yeah, in this matchup, I think they are, especially with the injuries on the O-line. Matt Stafford will get the ball out quick. Do you believe in Kyron all day, every day?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's the only one you can believe in.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren Williams?
Yep.
Wow. Now that's a meme for Gen Alpha iPad generation. Not for us. Your kids, they're going to love that meme.
You know what's so funny? They don't have iPads, and then I got my daughter a Nintendo Switch for her birthday, and she doesn't even use it.
She threw it in the trash. She just yeeted it.
Yep. She said, "Yet, what the Sigma?
This thing's Ohio.
What the Sigma?
What the Sigma? What in the Sigma is this, Ohio?
My son is always saying, what the Sigma?
No, is he really? Dude, he doesn't understand what it means. I mean, no one understands
he's
it.
fucking 3.5, and he's like, what the Sigma? It's so funny. And my wife is just like, you can't say that.
You can't say it. It's a dirty word.
What the Sigma?
It comes from an ignorant generation.
Okay, so...
Nah, but I do fuck with Skibidi Toilet for real. I love Skibidi Toilet.
They haven't been saying Skibidi Toilet in forever. Not since I last talked about
Oh,
Skibidi Toilet.
they passed their Skibidi Toilet already?
Yeah.
Dude, I love watching those on YouTube, though. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Tutu Atwell?
Yeah, but that's what's so crazy. I read a stat about how Demarcus Robinson has more snap count, more targets. So why is it Tutu that's getting, the fantasy points? I mean, it just must be play
Luck.
designs. It must just be
just
designed
luck.
straight for him. And
If you follow the stats and if things keep progressing towards Mark Robinson and stats wise, then eventually Robinson would be producing, but I just don't know if it's like
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it either way. What's he going to produce?
Yeah,
this isn't like we're following a breakout first round pick or anything. It's
yeah. And then it's just Kyron, and then I guess Parkinson. You can start that disease, but you'll never know what you're going to get. His performance could be at best shaky.
I mean, what did Sports Almanac say?
Biff.
Marty McFly or Colby?
I think Biff told me last week that it's McFly. So put
Did you think
on your bench.
His girlfriend Jennifer was hot in an 80s sort of way, or in a general way?
Wait, Back to the Future 1 or Elizabeth Shue? Because I'm all about Elizabeth Shue.
Is that her name?
The actress?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the second and third, but the first actress is different in the first
Oh
movie.
shoot, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
Dang.
You just think all women look alike?
I just think all women from the 80s look like. I see that hair and those mom jeans and.
She's attractive in the first one, but yeah, Elizabeth Shue is where it's at. I mean,
I'm breaking up with you for the shoe. Oh, that's what I get it now. That's what the Colts are all about. They don't care about their football team.
for the Elizabeth Shue.
This is so stupid. For the Elizabeth Shue.
So is it Odunze
or
or is
Oduns?
it DJ Moore? who are you starting?
Oduns.
You think DJ Moore can have a bounce
Oh
back?
man, I would start DJ Moore. I'm not chasing Odunze points last time.
I think Odunze is going to start carving a path.
So Keenan Allen's toast, right? Are we gonna agree on that?
Well, he's not even going to be back this week. I think he's still going to be.
Yeah.
If he does come back, it can definitely muddy the water.
Right. If it does come back, it just sucks for Odunze and Moore. But I'm not playing Allen until he shows something. But
No.
that's just gonna hit ourselves. But yeah, I think I don't chase that Odunze. I don't want to do that. Moore is like the more established player. What was their snap counts last week? I don't know.
They were
targets.
They were both on the field a lot, so I don't
They
think
both
the
get equally
snap counts
targeted?
really matter. But the
No,
targets,
targets.
the targets are probably more Odunze from last week. But yeah, I mean, Swift is on your bench if not dropped. The Bears can't run the ball worth shit, so it's just starting the Bears defense and maybe Odunze or more.
What about Roshan? You stashing him?
Yeah, I would because he got the goal line work. I mean, maybe he can carve out a starting role. DeAndre Swift just like I don't know why they signed him this offseason. He's not proven anything ever. I mean, I guess his stop in Philly was the best, and that's what he's coming off of. But yeah, I mean, it's just not the Bears. The Bears' offensive line is terrible both ways, running and passing, pass blocking. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on to the next matchup then.
we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Carolina Panthers. Andy Dalton is starting. They're underdogs by 4 points. Over/under 47. Andy Dalton, is he in your lineup?
He is
Nice.
currently.
Definitely QB2 worthy. I think this is going to be another shootout. Bengals defense is just prone for that. Panthers can score a lot as they proven it with Andy Dalton last week. So I think you're going to see Deontay Johnson ball out. You're going to see Chuba Hubbard ball out. You're going to see Joe Burrow ball out. You're going to see Jamar Chase ball out. I mean, all these guys are going to be great.
Just because both these defenses suck, yeah.
Yeah, over/under
Yeah.
47. Do you take a shot at T. Higgins or?
No, he's another guy. He's a guy I want to see something from first, like a decent game with a good amount of targets before.
I think he's flex worthy, but he's going to disappoint. I mean,
But you like Moss in this game?
I do like the ghost.
Chase Brown?
I do like Chase Brown. I do want him to take over this backfield. Zach Moss, I like him as well in this matchup, but Chase Brown is definitely not a start right now at this point. But I do like the ghost of Tyler Eifert, their tight end. He's proven to have a connection with Joe Burrow, so if you could give me that name of that tight end, because I'm blanking right now.
So you can give him a call for your LLC?
Yep.
Are you talking about Pysovius? No, he's a receiver. You're talking about... Oh, man, it's on the tip.
Gesicki. Yep. I think he in this tight end landscaping LLC day and age, you got to start anybody, and he's had a connection with Joe Burrow. I think Gesicki is a viable option. I would start him at tight end before I would start T. Higgins at flex. But yeah,
I agree with that. I don't care. I'm not going to say no to any tight end out there. That's a tight end one that's not in a share, like a timeshare. Actually, I feel better about Mike Gesicki than I do about Mark Andrews.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And likely, actually, because that's like a weird sharing situation. And Evan looks stupid for bidding 31, unlikely. But yeah, I'm a quarterback simp. I'm a chaser. I'm a quarterback chaser. I chase points, and I chase Carr, and then the Carr got away, and I'm chasing Dalton, and he's gonna get away. There's no good puns with Dalton, but is he gonna score over 15 PPR points? I think so. You think so?
Dalton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with our 6-point passing league, yeah, he'll succeed that.
Oh,
but
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So there's no other pieces we want to talk about in this game,
do
right?
not start these defenses at all.
Do not, yeah. Well, if you have these defenses on your team, yeah, make like those Yahoo comments and get nasty with it. Quit fantasy.
You're probably in a 16-team league.
Yeah. What in the 6-team league? Or yeah, stuff like that. But 16. It was 16-team league. That'd be fun.
Yeah. What the Sigma? On to the next one.
What the Sigma? What the Bears? We'll let them off the hook.
This is an AFC South matchup that y'all are so interested in. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Houston Texans. 45.5 over under. 6.5 favorites are the Texans at home. So how do you feel about T-Law and all these Jaggies?
No Jag wide receivers am I starting. Not even Brian Thomas. I'm starting ETN and Evan Ingram. Yeah, sure, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, their defense sucks. I mean,
Jags?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does. I'm fully semi-erect right now thinking about that with my Stroud Nico stack.
Yeah, Houston should definitely have a huge bounce back from playing the Vikings last week. So Stroud's in your lineup,
Yep,
right?
Nico, and I don't mind starting Tank or Diggs.
I think Diggs is the safer bet right now. Tank Dell has not scored over 10 points in fantasy, even PPR. So
I don't mind flexing them if this is the game to do it. If you're gonna do it.
Yeah, you're true, but I can't do it. I can't do it, and he's on my team. So
you're gonna regret it.
Yep. Cam Akers is probably going to start this game.
Probably bet he'll get over 15.
I would start Cam Akers over Tank Dell.
What about AM Kickers? You know what?
It'd be Kickers, but it's okay. You're brain dead.
I did say that, AM Kickers.
You said Kickers.
No, I didn't.
Play it back.
We'll play back.
Kickers. Oh, yep, that was Kickers. Okay, so Texans defense, you're not starting either, even though they might be okay.
Yeah.
They might be okay.
I'm starting them this week.
Well, then there you go.
They're in my team. They're on my team.
I don't hate it.
Why not? Why wouldn't you start them?
The Jags have to bounce back at least a little bit. I mean, I don't see Trevor Lawrence throwing pick
This game is in Texas, right?
Yeah, you'll get a couple sacks. I mean, D'Amico Ryans.
I think there's a safe floor with the Texans D. They don't score below 5.
Oh, for sure. You're probably right. I mean,
I guess I'm not shooting for the stars, but I don't have one of the top decent defenses like we talked about. Like, the top defenses are playing the bottom of the barrel teams this week, so you kind of gotta shoot your shot on defenses.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I don't know. Yeah. So, Dalton Schultz.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can start him. There's worse options, but he hasn't proven anything this season yet.
I don't hate it. Like I said, if he's a clear first string tight end, I would start him, and I don't care. Yeah.
I mean, what's his prop right now for receiving yards?
He propped up. Too late. Oh, I got a couple of these suckers.
They don't even have his receiving props on DraftKings, so I mean, they don't go that deep, man.
No, I get to do it. Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over under 44. That's a big over under. No, it's not that big. Middle of the pack.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's not a big McLaughlin. It's not big enough to bury McLaughlin.
No. So, how do you feel about Jalen Hurts? Is he going to bounce back? He's probably going to be out.
So.
He's going to be without A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith again this week.
Really? So, you're starting Olamide Zacchaeus?
Maybe. He might be.
Dude, I just took a shot in the dark. He's still on our team. Is he actually still on our team?
He might be on the Falcons.
You just totally took my word for it. Let's check right now. Who are the other receivers over there? Is Aguilar over there?
It's Rashawn Dotson.
Oh yeah, dude, Rashawn. How could I forget? He was on my team last year.
Yeah.
I don't even. How do I even spell Olamide Zacchaeus? Anyways, you keep talking about players you like.
I heard he was a wee little man.
Yeah, he's on the Falcons now.
Wow.
Nope, he's on the Commanders.
Commanders, yeah.
But he's pictured in the Falcons jersey and Eagles.
I think he was on the Falcons last year, so he's 2 years removed from the Eagles.
Well, that makes sense because my brain works 2 years ago.
Yep.
It lives in time 2 years ago.
So does Biff Tannen.
Yeah. Well, make like a tree.
And
Get
get
outta
out of
here.
here. So,
should be our outro.
I really don't think that you can start any of these Eagles other than Goddard, because Goddard's going to take the bulk of this work.
Mm-hmm. Well, you wait, Saquon. You mean receivers?
Yeah, receiving options. I mean, Saquon's going to be a boss. I mean,
Yeah.
He's going to end up being this number one running back this whole season.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Dude, G-Man, he picks the same players every year, and it's like, you picked the best one this year. It's the same guys.
Yeah.
Just got to get the caveman back on your team.
Yeah, I mean...
Me, Cole Hardman.
Me, Cole Hardman.
You, Saquon. Me, Cole Hardman.
So, Baker, you think he's going to bounce back this week?
I don't know. Derek Carr suffered against the Eagles last week.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
But we are in Tampa. I think he does okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, wasn't that game at Tampa last week against the Carolina Panthers?
No. The Panthers played the Raiders last week. What? Didn't they play the Jets last week? No, they played the Hold on. Shreer. Oh man, dude. Google my games. They got stomped by the Broncos.
Oh yeah. That was at home though. So yeah, the Broncos comes at home. So
yeah,
it's gonna be another tough matchup.
It's gonna be tough.
I think you start Mike Evans and Godwin, but not Baker, which is odd to say, but yes, it's about the only options I would do. No Kate Otten. I wouldn't even start Rashad White.
No, I wouldn't start Rashad White. He's been terrible, and Bucky Irving is not in startable territory yet, but we're getting there, boys. I'm okay with starting. No, I wouldn't start Baker in a one quarterback league. Oh man, yeah, because there's probably better options out there. You can pick up, get a Daniel Jones, get an Andy Dalton, even Derek Carr,
Justin Fields.
Yeah, any of those guys over Baker. So I guess I agree because those receivers too start.
Yeah.
Although I feel better about Mike Evans bounce back than Godwin, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's okay. Just from Godwin's so far doing well this year,
he already beat his touchdown total from last season. He has 3 this year and had 2 the whole time last year.
Yeah, what a crazy career resurgence.
But yeah, I think this over-under is going to go under 44 for sure. I mean, like I said, the Buccaneers, in my opinion, is an okay enough start for defense. They've been okay in fantasy. Philadelphia, it's the same. I mean, you can start the Eagles defense as well.
Yeah, I would start them. For sure. I got lost.
And that's it for the 1 o'clock games.
No, we have one more.
Oh, yes. The New Orleans Saints at the Falcons. My bad. Over-under is 42. Falcons favored by 2.5. What about them Cousins? You and my Cousins? Me and my Cousins?
Oh, man. You got so many songs to drop in here. Pull them out and drop them in. Yeah. Get copyright strikes. I always pitch them. You can't tell when you pitch them. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're stupid like that.
Are you gonna do Huey?
Speed 'em up.
Are you gonna do Huey Lewis in the news to start?
If this is it, about hip to be square?
Yeah, maybe. Or
why?
The Back to the Future.
Oh, what was the? Which one did they do?
'Cause I'm back in time.
Oh.
Gotta get back in time.
That's a good one. That's like a Back in Black. That's like if AC/DC did covered.
Back in time. Back in time. That's beautiful. Yeah, I think Kirk Cousins is going to be an okay start.
Man, it sucks watching him play, but
he's going to get you decent amount of points, but it's not going to. He just got a safe floor. Is it?
Dude, yeah, I put him right near Baker this week. I mean, just if you are in a deep 14-team league or something.
I trust him over Carr this week. I think Carr's going to struggle again. This Falcons defense is kind of coming into its own. They picked up a lot of guys this offseason, and just before the season starts, they're getting into game shape.
I don't know, man. I just like Carr for he just needs a check down to Kamara, and Kamara just does some wriggly shit. Just gets that there. Those are points for Carr right there. And
yeah, that's gonna save him.
Yeah, or he's just Carr's gonna be boomer bust. He'll get I think he's more likely to get 10 or 30 than he is to get 20 because Kamara and Rashid Shaheed will either not catch a ball or will torch someone for. It's just Shaheed is weird, man. I mean,
you're getting jealous of this pussy, aren't you? You're looking at me like, how dare that cat just come up to you and not me?
Well, you got a 10-inch Jones, Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm jealous.
Shaheed,
Yeah.
he goosed you last week. How do you feel about starting him?
You gonna bury your Gloflin?
Maybe bury the Glofliner.
Well, yeah. Shaheed, he'll have a bounce back. He'll have a bounce backer. Buy low on Shaheed. Trade for him.
Yeah,
I'm
for
gonna trade
sure.
for him. Brian's got him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, what you want?
Rishi. And I think that the ghost of Marquise Colston, Chris Olave, he's startable, but I wouldn't do anybody else. Taysom, and I mean, obviously, pass catchers. But, yeah, I mean, Kamara,
Marquise Colston.
he's
Wow.
going to be their whole offense. And
You want to say something, Pushy?
yeah, so, I mean, Kyle Pitts,
Bijan.
Bijan.
You know what? Every time I hear his name, I think of
Bijan Mustard, and I think of Rajan from Toy Story 4. We talked about this.
No. Just adding another song to the pile of songs we talked about. I think of a John Mayer Neon. Bijan. Who knows how long?
Dan Lebertard just did a redo of that song, and they called it Dion for Deion Sanders. Dion.
Oh, nice. That's better. That fits a little bit better than Bijan.
We're always talking about Dion. How long?
How long? Until the man breaks out for over 25.
Yeah.
Bijan's been getting tons of work, and like sometimes he cedes a lot of work to Algier, but
Not a lot.
Not a lot. It's just kind of the system they have where Algier's like the third down bruiser. So Bijan's got as safe a floor as any running back in the league, probably the safest of any running back in the league. And he could, you never know. He could always go off for 30 some games. So, but Algier, not a startable fantasy asset. And yeah, Kyle Pitts, man, I guess just based on low bar for tight ends. But if the bar wasn't so low, I wouldn't.
And Drake London's flex worthy.
Yeah. I want to see some more out of Kirk Cousins. I want to see him stop like taking boneheaded sacks and stuff. Like he's kind of looking like a little Deshaun Watson-esque back there, except a little less mobile, at least to me. He's making better passes, but still like
It's all the Achilles, man. They got to figure out his.
Yeah, just put him on the Aaron Rodgers path. It's definitely a path forward for it. But yeah, and then so I guess that's everyone in Atlanta you're talking about. Darnell Mooney, you flexing him, dude? I flex him.
No, not this week.
Not this week.
Yeah, the over/under's too low. I feel like Drake London's going to score the touchdown. So Darnell Mooney it's a higher odds that it's going to be Drake London. So I really don't think the targets will be there. The catches might be there and save your week, but you want that touchdown, and I think Drake London's going to get it.
Okay, I'd put him in a flex. I'd be okay with it. I'd flex him over Jaden Reed actually. All right, so
What about Ray McLeod though? The third.
May McLeod,
Yeah.
the third. If he keeps playing this way, he's going to have a fourth. There's going to be a Ray the fourth. Probably already is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Most likely.
I'm sorry, Ray. Just because, you know, Ray, you're a good-looking guy, and I'm sure you have buried your McLaughlin plenty of.
Because we're going back in time. do.
Gotta get.
Do. Back in
know what?
time.
I haven't done this one in a while. That's it for the 1 o'clock games. Do we do one more, or do we call it? We got the Patriots and the Niners. How many 4 o'clock games are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's 2 Monday games. Gotta get back in time. Let's call it there. And what should we do? A roster read for the outro? How about you read off G-Man's roster? You know what? How about you read off Mike's roster since I shit on him this week? You have to essentially say a rapist name.
I can just skip him.
Huh? You can. So I can't.
Sip. No.
I can't. I have to hold the button.
Chris Olave.
Wait. Hold on.
Deshaun Watson.
I'm a man. Can't have an echo.
I could just look up his roster online.
You could. Let me find the right button. Where is it?
Yahoo's so terrible this year.
Yahoo?
I have to hit like 6 buttons to finally get to his team. Deshaun Watson.
Okay. You ready? Yeah. After I just blasted.
That's why I don't read the
There we go.
Deshaun Watson. Chris Olave.
Marquise.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Junior.
Brees Hall.
Junior.
Kylo Ren Williams.
Bzz, bzz. Use the Force.
Senator Trey McBride.
I am the Senate.
Jamar Chase.
Don't be a chaser.
Geno Smith.
Mr. Anderson.
David Montgomery.
Gentry.
Tua Tagovailoa.
You gotta spit on that thing.
Deontay Spit on That Thing Johnson.
Mr. Johnson and me.
Tajay Spears.
Spearmint. Fresh.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
In Paris. Fish fillet. Okay, see you next time.
Dallas Goddard.